And now on to other news. The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to tackling the deep-rooted challenges hindering Nigeria's economic progress.
This was stated by the Vice President Kashim Shettima when he represented President Bola Tinubu at the 30th anniversary and summit of the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, where key players gathered to share insight and strategies for a sustainable future.
30 years on, Africa's think tank, the Nigeria Economic Summit Group, is reflecting on its significant achievements while calling for decisive action to ensure a sustainable future for the nation. Key players in the economic sector acknowledge the pressing challenges facing the nation, including income inequality, insecurity and over-dependence on oil. They emphasize the need for resilience and a comprehensive approach to revitalizing the economy.
Government must prioritize institutional reforms, especially the reduction of the cost of governance, for instance, by implementing the Orosaye report, and also accelerating the privatization and commercialization of many underperforming national assets.
President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration has sustained its foreign exchange reforms, eliminating the hitherto multiple rates, even as the Central Bank of Nigeria regularly fine-tunes its guideline to enhance monetary stability.
Massive increases in oil prices brought massive increases in wealth. Yet Nigeria's fiscal deficit shot up to between 7 and 10% of GDP.
Meanwhile, President Tinubu appealed to Nigerians and assured them that the Renewed Hope agenda is designed with the best interest of Nigerians in mind.
We empathize with what the poor and the young are going through in the Nigerian nation. But we had no option, as he rightly said. Yes, some of these decisions are unpopular, but the truth that sets men free, as H.S. Aga said, is most often the truth that men prepare not to hear. But what he said were very poignant and were very, very truthful.
A panel discussion took center stage, led by NESG board member Lanre Akimbo. The panelists focused on NESG's successes over the years, highlighting selfless service as the cornerstone.
And still in Abuja, a new initiative expected to improve the trajectory of emergency management through effective coordination and systematic collaboration in Sokoto, Katsina and Zamfara State has been launched.
The Enhancing Coordination Systems for Disaster Response in Nigeria project will help to alleviate the sufferings that come from the significant impact of natural disasters, especially in the northwest region of the country, which have been badly hit by climate disasters and conflict.
Partners at the launch of the program will be evidence-based innovative approach to disaster risk reduction tailored to state-specific challenges.
The program aims to enhance capacity of formal and informal disaster risk reduction institutions across 6 LGAs in the 3 targeted states. Adopting a tailored mix of intervention in line with the National Disaster Risk Reduction Strategy, the program will engage local agencies, community-based agencies and organizations, faith-based organizations, and grassroots structures.
They have a strong sustainability plan that will guide the state to respond in case of any disaster that will come up.
Because we might say disaster occurs everywhere, but then there may be leak gaps or differences between what is happening in Zamfara to what is happening in Sokoto and what is happening in Katsina. So it's state-specific.
Nigeria is a country of diverse cultures and languages.
The National Institute for Cultural Orientation, NICO, joined the global community to commemorate the International Day of Intangible Heritage. It did to reaffirm its commitment to the preserving country's rich cultural heritage. Interesting. What do you think? What do you think? This is very interesting, and you would just think that the Nigeria's cultural heritage is something.
You know, when you listen to the executive secretary and the CEO of NICO speak about these things,
First, take this package. I will come back for more.
Nigeria is a multicultural nation with over 250 ethnic groups. The country derives its rich identity from the diverse contributions of its various ethnic communities. Although the country is exporting some of its culture, experts are concerned about the safeguarding of Nigeria's intangible cultural heritage.
One of the major problems confronting our culture is that our young people are no longer interested in our culture. And I tell you something very fundamental and profound. The moment young people are not interested in a culture, the culture will die. When the culture dies, the people will die.
Our cultural heritage, first of all, you also have to know that we have cultural values that are gradually dying. The erosion of our cultural values is the bane of the problems we have today. So if we can revamp our cultural values, cultural honesty, cultural transparency, good neighborliness, and all the rest.
Last year, Shango Festival from Oyo was inscribed into the World Heritage of Humanity. It's like the common heritage of mankind. Next year, we are taking off Eyo Masquerade, the one from Lagos. That's one way. The second way is through our, what I call our cuisine, our culinary culture. Our music is international now.
However, these diverse contributions from Nigeria's vibrant cultural tapestry showcases its rich identity and heritage. Experts are proposing a unified language as a means of fostering unity.
For us to use those languages for unity, or for us to use our diverse language or ethnicity for unity, imagine a man who travels from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri and is able to communicate in Maiduguri in a language that Maiduguri people understand. He will be taken like a brother.
Cultural heritage is a vital component of national identity, and if properly preserved and promoted, will project Nigeria as well as improve the general image of the nation. You know, so when you hear the executive secretary and CEO of NICU, Biodun Ajiboye, talk about this culture and why it's important that we preserve it, protect it, and even the exports. I mean, it kind of makes you feel why it's important that we need to reform our heritage, to change that identity that people have about Nigeria as maybe people of Yahoo, because that's not our culture.
I remember when he came, one of those days when he came to the studio.
Yeah, live from Abuja.
Yeah, when he was on the show, and I was asking him that, okay, how best can we, change this narrative of what Nigeria heritage should be like, And I think one of the intriguing things that he said to me, to us that day, was the fact that also the mindset needs to begin to change, and we need to start speaking good things about what Nigerians do. It's not just about, some persons are very good with just bad news. Yes, bad news sells, everybody knows, but the truth is that, for you to change what you want, you need to start speaking good of it. And speaking good of it seems that mean that your mindset needs to start changing. And Nigeria's cultural heritage, you can't take it away from us.
And one of the most interesting things, that came out of this conversation is the fact that they are proposing a unified language for Nigeria, one that everyone. So maybe it's not going to happen in our generation, because I'm finding it difficult picking up other Nigerian languages.
I'm still a young man.
I'm speaking for myself. I'm finding it difficult picking up other Nigerian languages.
I'm just 21, so why would you say?
I said I'm speaking for myself.
Okay. I can speak for yourself.
So if we have a unified one, and maybe the next generation can pick that up, it will be very interesting. But now we go on a break, and when we come back, we go to sports.